it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This is Henry on second. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And it's 4th down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Oh, and they're going to fake this one. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Ravens will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll only just stay out of his own end zone, down at the 1. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now it'll be a punt on 4th down with Logan Cook out to boot it. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Browns will go on offense. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life. 3rd down.
That's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. Some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. On first down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing now off play action. He got it! Interception! And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's...
The Browns close in and take him down. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. The toss now to Henry. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Complete beyond the marker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Browns with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Pass play coming here. He lofts it deep left. And they pick him off again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and long for him here. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Trying the right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
He's back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Getting right back to it after that interception. This will be caught by Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Browns a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up to 2nd and 5.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. That one's cut along the left sideline. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns take the lead right away in half number 2. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Handoff headed right to Henry. He's contained at the line for no gain. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Line down the middle with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He'll get this one to Brooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. It's Henry on the carry. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. There he goes, right sideline. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Starting at the 10. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Complete Derrick Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Running in the red zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
He's throwing for it! And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, the good news is still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. They did it. He made the interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens have some new life in the 4th.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That pass caught by Dotson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
the 26 on second down. Taken in by Likely. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Here's Henry on the option. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. Just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Motioning the tight end left. Back now, pressure on its way. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw it. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Has room down the left sideline. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the farm, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. Has it downfield working the left. Now he's past the 25. Zay Flowers. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw here on first down. Held in left side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He'll get this to Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Browns steal it away with their 6th total interception of this contest.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future gain.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens got to score in a hurry. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Quick pass left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They go play action here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
He'll throw again on second down. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into the hands of Likely. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, he's got a pick. He's now got a sack. I know we don't have hat tricks like hockey or soccer, but if he can recover a fumble before the game ends, why don't we invent a new stat and consider a defensive hat trick or something like it?
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Into a chorus of bucks from the dog pound. The Browns take the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival.